think overall, I just need to take some time off. I'm like, my body is beat.
Jason Day did not blame his putter. He did not blame the golf course. He did not blame the schedule, even though he had every reason to. Standing at Sedgefield Country Club after missing the cut at the Wyndham Championship, the 38-year-old Australian pointed at himself and made a decision about the rest of his year that changes everything about how 2027 looks for him. "I probably should have listened to my body a little earlier," he said. That single admission is the story of the PG. A tour regular season finale, but it is only half of what happened at Sedgefield Country Club over 4 days in Greensboro, North Carolina. Because the same golf course that ended an 18-year streak also launched a career into the postseason and all the way to Augusta National. Both outcomes came from the same tournament on the same weekend. With the entire FedExCup bubble hanging in the balance. Start with the man who walked in needing a miracle. Michael Brennan arrived at Sedgefield Country Club ranked number 105 in the FedExCup standings with exactly one top 10 finish across the entire season. That is not the profile of a player who makes the postseason. According to the PG, a tour's own projections, Michael Brennan needed a three-way tie for second place, or better, to reach the top 70. Not a top 5 finish, not a good week. A three-way tie for second place at minimum. The player he was paired with on Sunday needed even more. Beau Hossler entered the week at number 122 in the FedExCup standings, and nothing except an outright victory would extend his season. So the final pairing of the PGA Tour regular season contained two men who required two entirely different miracles from the same 18 holes, and only one of those miracles could actually happen. Beau Hossler was not some unknown chasing a fluke. The 31-year-old had been a steady presence on tour for nearly a decade, making more than 160 cuts and earning more than $14.5 million with 4 runner-up finishes and no victories. He had held a share of the 54-hole lead 4 previous times in his career. A former University of Texas standout and a teammate of current world number 1, Scottie Scheffler. Beau Hossler won the Fred Haskins Award as the nation's top collegiate golfer in 2016. He came into Sunday tied for the lead. Michael Brennan built his position quietly. He opened with rounds of 66 and 65 to make his 17th cut in 23 starts this season. Then came Saturday. He fired a 63 that included 5 birdies on his back, 9. And that round moved him into a share of the lead. Beau Hossler's Saturday was more complicated. He held a one-shot lead when play was suspended by lightning, then returned to the course and made his first bogey of the day after a 3-putt at the par 3 16th hole. Sunday began level. Then Michael Brennan fell one shot behind, and that is where the tournament turned. He ran off 5 consecutive birdies starting on the 4th hole, and every single one of those putts was inside 8 feet. One of those birdies came after a near ace on the 211-yard par 3 7th hole where Michael Brennan hit his tee shot to 6 inches. When Beau Hossler made bogey at the 9th, a one-shot deficit had become a 3-shot lead at the turn. Then it became a matter of hanging on, and the back 9 tested him. Michael Brennan hit wayward tee shots on the 15th hole and the 17th hole and scraped together pars on both, while Beau Hossler birdied the 17th to keep the pressure applied. On the 18th hole, holding a 2-shot lead, Michael Brennan striped his tee shot down the middle and stuck his approach to 13 feet. He sank the putt. That birdie put him at 22 under par, a total of 258, matching the tournament record at Sedgefield Country Club that had been shot 3 other times. Most recently last year by fellow Wake Forest University graduate Cameron Young. Here is the part most coverage skips, and it is the part that explains why this was not luck. Working alongside his lifelong swing coach, Adam Harrell, Michael Brennan made 2 specific technical changes in recent weeks. He shortened his backswing with his driver, and he focused specifically on his tempo with the putter. The results at Sedgefield Country Club were measurable. He ranked number 3 in the field in strokes gained driving and number 2 in the field in strokes gained putting. Those were the 2 areas he had deliberately rebuilt, and those were the 2 areas that won him the tournament. His caddy that week was Ollie Brett, whom Michael Brennan hired away from LPG. a Tour winner Rose Zhang earlier this year. As Bo Hostler finished his hole, Michael Brennan put his arm around him. There is a wider pattern here too. Michael Brennan, 24, is the third consecutive PG. A Tour champion under the age of 25, following 21-year-old Jackson Koivun's win at the 3M Open and 24-year-old Michael Thorbjornsen's triumph at the Rocket Classic. 3 straight weeks, 3 winners who are not yet 25 years old. The generational handover on the PGA Tour is not a prediction anymore. It is the leaderboard. And then came the detail that made the victory larger than the postseason. It was his mother who came on to the 18th green to celebrate, and she was the one who reminded Michael Brennan that the victory also sends him to the Masters tournament. He made his Masters tournament debut this year, going from PG, a Tour Americas, straight to the big leagues when he won the Bank of Utah Championship last fall in his first career start as a professional, playing on a sponsor's exemption. Now he is qualified again on merit with a second PGA Tour title in 2 years. His own summary was short. "I don't want to be done playing golf," Michael Brennan said. "Unfortunately, I've had a couple of tough Sundays. Outside of that, I had been playing really solid. This is my 6th week in a row. I'm perfectly happy running on fumes next week. That victory did not exist in isolation. It cost people their seasons. Stephen Fisk entered the Wyndham Championship at number 69 in the FedExCup standings, comfortably inside the line, then missed the cut after rounds of 72 and 70. He fell to number 71. Michael Brennan was the only player to move into the top 70 all week, which means Stephen Fisk was the direct casualty of that win. Stephen Fisk is a 2-time Tour winner who captured his second title earlier this season at the ISCO Championship, and he has now missed the cut in each of his last 3 starts at the 3M Open, the Rocket Classic, and the Wyndham Championship. Jackson Koivun survived, but only barely. The 21-year-old closed with a 71 for a tournament total of 8 under par and a tie for 29th place, then sat in the clubhouse waiting. Matt Wallace and Davis Thompson were still on the course and in range of finishing high enough to bump him out of the top 70. They failed to hold the key putts. Jackson Koivun made the playoffs on the number, ranked at number 70 at the conclusion of the week with 8 points to spare. On the 18th hole at Sedgefield Country Club, he piped his drive straight down the middle, leaving a wedge from the fairway and an easy par. A bogey there might have been enough to knock him out. For a player known for his composure, the emotion was unusual. It's just a tip of nerves when you know you don't have your stuff and you've got to go out there and execute some shots, Jackson Koivun said. "I think that kind of sparked some emotion in me. Yeah, it's easier to get comfortable when you're playing well. It was just kind of a different feeling for me today." That is a player who left Auburn University in June, won the 3M Open in only his 3rd start, and reached the postseason 2 months later. Brooks Koepka did not survive. He needed a 4th-place finish and was saddled again by poor putting that led to a tie for 67th place. The 5-time major champion had only 1 top 10 finish this year. It's just all on the greens. "I don't know what the deal is. Got zero confidence," Brooks Koepka said. "There's going to be a lot of changes here soon." Ben James, the number 1 player from the PGA Tour University ranking who already has a card secured for 2027, fell out of contention on Saturday but roared back with a 61 to finish 3rd. Now to the decision that headlines all of this. Jason Day entered the Wyndham Championship ranked number 75 in the FedExCup standings with 495 points. He needed at least a 2-way tie for 12th place to climb past Jackson Koivun and into the top 70. Instead, a second-round 3 over 73 left him at 4 over par for the tournament and is short of missing the cut. He is projected to fall outside the top 80 in points. The streak that ended is the important number. Jason Day qualified for the FedExCup Playoffs as a PG. A Tour rookie in 2008 and extended it every single year until now. 18 consecutive appearances. It was the longest active playoff appearance streak in the game. What ended it was not form. It was a back. And the season reads like a medical chart. Jason Day finished runner-up in his season debut at the American Express, then never challenged for the winner's circle again. A lingering back injury forced him to withdraw after 10 holes of the opening round at the United States Open at Shinnecock Hills, where he was 7 over par through 10 and had made 6 straight bogeys to close his first 9 before being carted off the course. He returned the following week to finish tied for 55th at the Travelers Championship, then missed the cut at the Open Championship. The injury then forced him to withdraw from both the 3M Open and the Rocket Classic in consecutive weeks, leaving him scrambling to earn enough points to extend the streak. A 13-time winner with just 2 top 10 finishes in 2026. His own diagnosis was direct. My body's been really awful actually this year, so just to try and grind through it has been tough. The last 2 days have been pretty hard to try and get my body ready, he said. He told Golf Channel's Ryan Lavner that his body was so sore that it hurts to hit a shot. Even to put any energy into it hurts, he said. Asked whether the physical problems were the main cause of his results, Jason Day answered plainly, yeah. I would say that's probably the largest attribute to the play has been my body. I had some club changes, but other than that, it's been kind of all body stuff. A couple coach changes, changed coach, but I think overall I just need to take some time off. Like my body is beat. And this is where the announcement matters because it is not a retirement. Jason Day did not say he was finished. He said the opposite. His decision was to stop playing now deliberately and shut the season down to repair the injury he had been forcing his way through for months. It's hard because how condensed the season is, there's nowhere to take time off, he said. I probably should have listened to my body a little earlier and taken a good month or 2 months off, but instead I tried to force it through and I'm stuck with where I finished. He was not mourning the streak. It was a good streak, obviously. I would have loved to keep the streak going, but things happen and you're not going to keep everything going forever, he said. Best to kind of take some time off, get my body sorted, and try and come out next year and play well. Asked directly whether there was sadness in it, his answer was 4 words. I'm not sad right now. The motivation is health, not legacy. Yeah, I really have to get my body sorted. That's the biggest thing, Jason Day said. It's hard to play golf the way that I am playing now.
And then I'm playing against the best players in the world. You know, I'm giving everyone a handicap, and it's just really difficult to do that. Can't come in 100%. I know that a lot of guys aren't 100% out here, and they're playing through some pain as well. Just got to get sorted and come out next year.
What the streak actually represented becomes clearer with the peak alongside it. 2015 was the summit. Fresh off winning the PGA Championship for his first major title, Jason Day entered that year's playoffs as the hottest player in golf. He won the Barclays by 6 shots after a final round 62 at Plainfield Country Club in New Jersey. Then followed with another 6-shot victory 2 weeks later at the BMW Championship at Conway Farms in Illinois. The Barclays victory vaulted him to world number 1 in the official world golf ranking for the first time in his career. Although Jordan Spieth ultimately captured the Tour Championship and the FedExCup title. Jason Day finished 3rd in the final standings after a season that included 5 victories. He remembers the specifics. I was talking to Jordan this morning about it, Jason Day said. He said that he was missed the first 2 cuts and I won the first 2 events and then I overtook him. The follow-through was substantial. 6th in the FedExCup standings in 2016, advanced to the Tour Championship in both 2017 and 2018. After years of battling back injuries, he enjoyed a resurgence in 2023, winning the Adden T. Byron Nelson to snap a 5-year victory drought before qualifying once again for East Lake. 13 career victories in total. He first established himself as a playoffs threat with an 8th-place finish in the 2010 standings. There is one immediate consequence still open. Jason Day sits 9th in the international team standings for the President's Cup at Medinah, and he addressed the possibility that Captain Geoff Ogilvy looks elsewhere. I'm happy either way, just want them to perform the best they can, Jason Day said. If I get the call, then I'm going to do the best job I can, and if I don't, I will understand. A captain choosing between a former world number 1 with a compromised back and a healthier alternative is a genuine dilemma, and Jason Day has publicly removed any pressure from that choice. Put the 2 halves together without decoration. Michael Brennan needed a career week and produced one. Jason Day needed a healthy year and never had one. That is the honest reading of the Wyndham Championship. The FedExCup Playoffs begin Thursday with the FedEx St. Jude Championship at Tumbling Pear Country Club in Memphis, Tennessee. Correctly, the TPC Southwind course in Memphis, Tennessee. Only the top 70 players advance, and Michael Brennan shot up to number 47, which places him inside the top 50 that determines qualification for the BMW Championship. He was already thinking about it on Saturday. I saw on the board projected with a win I would move to 47, which would be inside 50 and give me a good chance at staying there the following week. See, I'm already starting to think ahead to the BMW, and that's a problem. We still have so much golf to play tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to the challenge. He played the golf. He got the number. Meanwhile, Jason Day, whose closing words were just try and get healthy and get back to it next year, that will be good, has made his decision and is going home. So there are two questions worth answering. Was Michael Brennan's victory the best FedEx Cup bubble story of 2026? And should Geoff Ogilvy still select Jason Day from Medinah after a season this compromised?